everyone, Mariah here, and I'm actually with my sister Bridget.
Hi.
So I decided to come to Pennsylvania, this is where she lives, and come for the weekend, and I thought why not film a video. You guys get to know Bridget. She is actually a big follower of mine, and she actually gives me a lot of advice with my social media, and nothing gets by her. If I post something, she needs to approve of it first, and she's actually the reason why I got into TikTok. I've had TikTok for about a week, and my views are actually doing very well for something that is so new.
I did a lot of research for it. I even went out and found someone, a social media manager, and I like interviewed her for you, and that's how I got all of those tips.
She like pretty much stole someone's tips.
No, she gave them to me like willingly. Like I told her exactly what we were doing and why, and I'm like, yeah, we'll probably reach out to you and like ask you more questions. And she's like, oh, I mean, if you have the questions right now, I can answer them for you. I'm like, sure, okay. She was really nice. Her name was Allie, and she worked at Gamers Heaven. So if you see them on TikTok, you should like them too, because that's where I got all of my tips, and they were very, very nice.
And we got Zeusy. You probably can't see him, but this is Bridget's pit bull. He is such a mush. Not like a typical pit bull, I have to say.
He is the mushiest, right? Yeah. He thinks he's a lapdog. He is not.
No, he's so not. Today's video is actually something that Bridget came up with, and because what she ordered from was a company that I never really heard of before.
GoPuff.
So she was like, why don't we get some products just to get a reaction out of us? And I'm like, okay. So we got the GoPuff Beauty Box. And then she wanted to try the Mountain Dew Major Melon flavors, like the new Mountain Dew out. And I don't know if you know this, but I've heard that Mountain Dew actually lowers sperm count in men.
Oh, I have heard that. I don't know if it's true.
I heard about this in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Bridget and I went to the same high school. She's actually my best friend. She's not my blood sister, but we have a whole story on that.
Well, I mean, Mommy called you her daughter, and then Fox called you his granddaughter, so...
Yeah, so technically I'm like unofficially adopted. But yeah, we'll get into another story about that another time.
Yeah. GoPuff, for people who don't know, they are a company. They're like an online convenience store where if you're in certain cities or areas, they'll deliver things that you would buy in a convenience store, anywhere from like
CVS, Walgreens, even Walmart. Hello,
so
Susie.
And they're actually kind of cheaper than convenience stores, and they deliver really quick. They haven't sponsored this, but like I really like them. So.
Yeah, but definitely not sponsored. I'm not
Let's
popular.
hope they see this and decide that they want to, but probably not.
We'll do a tag.
Yeah, let's hope. But yeah, that's where we got this from. Yeah, and they have a bunch of mystery boxes and things that you like, boxes that they've curated, and they come to your door and you don't really know what's in them. I mean, obviously it's a mystery box, but yeah, I don't actually know what's in this. I know that it's a bunch of...
Would you get beauty or skincare?
Yes to. It's the skincare one. It's yes to products.
Okay.
So yeah, do you want to open it?
Yeah. I guess there's like no flap.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we got a cooling jelly mask, which I feel like I need right now because my face is like on fire.
Yeah,
because
they have the Yes to cooling jelly.
I suffer from really bad rosacea. As you can see, like, I am not this red. I suffer from a thyroid condition, and once I got older and started my medications, and I've been on medication for about 10 years, I noticed that my skin became a lot more sensitive, and I actually developed rosacea over time. So the cooling jelly mask will actually help that. It will help reduce the redness and just make my skin feel more refreshed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cucumber products. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Facial wipes, the soothing facial wipes. So these are what these look like. I'm not a big fan of facial wipes just because they're not good for the environment. I mean, like, I like to keep a couple of these, like, if I'm on a plane or something like that, because pre-COVID, I was always on a plane. Like, you wouldn't know where I am unless, like, I posted the location. I remember one time when we were in college, I went to London. I came back for a month and then went back to London, and you did not know I was doing this because I didn't even know I was doing this because, like, it was so abrupt. I'm like, why did I just do this? I might as well have just stayed for an extra 2 months. But
I don't know what this card is.
I think it's just like a GoPuff, like, you know, like, thank you.
Oh yeah, it just says pamper your skin every which way with a curated beauty box from the skincare gurus at Yes To. This box has 5 different masks targeting 5 different skin treatments, plus a handy mask applicator tool, pro status.
So yeah, so this is like just telling you
Cucumber
what's
facial
in,
wipes.
so this is what it's just telling you in the box. So yeah, this is the
Cute little card.
This is the applicator.
I've never seen one of those. Is it just like...
It's stiff, so it's easy to wash. It's not like it's a brush. And then we got the tomato detoxifying charcoal mask, which I feel like I can use as well. I just need it for my nose. Ooh!
Oh, the 3-in-1 one?
Yeah, so you've got... So this is a 3-in-1. You've got the cucumber soothing, you got the charcoal detoxify, and you got a grapefruit one. I'm actually allergic to grapefruit. I'm actually allergic to a lot of citrus fruits. Yeah. I'm just not allergic to oranges and clementines, but I am allergic to grapefruit and pineapple. So Bridget can get really good use with the vitamin C.
Yeah.
And then this is just the vitamin C facial mask. This is the last product.
Oh, I like that one.
I really like this one too. This is the coconut ultra hydrating mask, and I've actually been a fan of this for, I think, since this one came out. Yeah. It is very hard to find.
I love that one.
Especially in the drugstore because it is so popular. But like, I feel like, honestly, these two are gonna be exactly the same.
Probably.
Because you also gotta think of it, cucumber is not, it's not just cooling, it's
right?
very
it's like,
hydrating. Yeah. It's very hydrating as well, because what is cucumber? It's all water. See, this is when my esthetician brain comes in. Yeah, so cucumber, if you think about it, cucumber is just pure water. That's why it's good, and when you put in regular water, like in tap water or filter water, that's why a lot of hospitals use it, just because it's very hydrating. And the same thing with coconut. I don't know why they would call it just the coconut one hydrate and the cucumber cooling, but I can understand why it's cooling for cucumber, because coconut is not really that cooling to the skin, but I feel like they both will just do this exact same way with hydrating. Yeah. If that makes sense.
So, those are the products. So, I read somewhere that Yes 2 wasn't that great for our skin. So, I'm actually interested in maybe looking that up.
I've never had a problem with that face mask in particular.
Yeah, and you have very sensitive skin.
I mean, so Bridget also has very sensitive skin. She's on a Fitzpatrick scale 1.
I didn't even know that about myself. So.
There is like 5 levels of the Fitzpatrick scale. So there's 1 to a 5. 1 is very pale, very sensitive to the sun. And that's what you are. Bridget cannot go out in public in the sun without a factor of 100 plus.
Yeah, even in the winter, most of the time I'm supposed to put on sunscreen if I'm out in the sun for more than an hour. Otherwise, I'm gonna get burnt.
I remember we went to the Caribbean when we were in 1920.
Yeah.
And we're 25, 26 now, and she was in a hat. Yes. The entire time, still in the shade.
Hat, shade, like almost fully, like body fully covered. I have gone to the beach like every year of my life, but I once got 3rd-degree burns from the sun, and that was from one afternoon in the sun with like proof 100 sunscreen.
Like I said, she's a Fitzpatrick 1, so there's a Fitzpatrick scale 1 to 5. 5 is actually being the darkest. So you're talking about someone that like more of like African descendancy? No, because normally that's where the 5 is. Then there's the 4, which is more Middle Eastern. 3rd is more Mediterranean. And then 2nd one is kind of like, it's between you and me.
Okay.
I look very pale and pasty. But that is because I don't go out in the sun. But when I do go in the sun, I am extremely dark. That's why I'm a Fitzpatrick scale like 3. I am a 3, and then when I tan, I'm about 4 or 5. Just because my face is more sensitive, but my body isn't. It's just my face where I've developed rosacea, and I can wear a factor 50 or 30-50. It's required by like all dermatologists and estheticians. It's actually recommended by the Skin Cancer Research that you should wear like a starter of at least 30.
Yeah.
And
I'm so glad skin cancer doesn't run in my family.
I like to not really listen on my body because I know my body can handle it, and I go for like a 15 and I use an oil.
Yeah, I get like in the summer I get so obsessed about my skin because like sometimes I notice new freckles that come up. They're not really new, they were just there and then they darken a little bit. Yeah, but
if you have any freckles, especially me, I notice my freckles a lot more when I'm in the sun, and I get like this really dark patch. It's kind of like when you get like a chemical peel and the peel penetrates deeper into your skin and your skin starts to blanch, which goes a little bit white, and then after a few days when it's ready to peel, it goes a little dark. That's where this like side of my nose gets, and then it just goes away once my tan starts fading.
Yeah, all year, like once a month, I will check my entire body, like check all of my freckles and like make sure they haven't changed at all. But that's, I guess that's just the curse of having very light skin.
I'm actually very excited to try this one out. I think I'm
excited about that too. So wait, let me look that up.
I mean, you get over 11 uses out of it, so a little bit has to go a long way. Now we're gonna try this Mountain Dew Major Melon Watermelon Soda.
Oh, for anyone who is wondering, the problem with Yes 2 is that it has fragrances in it, and it can cause some people to like break out, have redness, have different allergic reactions. So that's what the problem with it is. It didn't say anything about like being dangerous. I will admit I don't know what most of these words mean, but I think it's fine considering that I did a Google education search, which usually brings up more information. So I think it's fine. I haven't read anything that it's dangerous. It's just that it can have allergic reactions. So be aware of that.
Yeah. So we're gonna go in with the soda now, and I don't know how this is gonna be. Watermelon's supposed to be hydrating, and soda's dehydrating, so I don't know how this is gonna make us feel.
I think the watermelon just like refers to the chemical flavoring. I don't think it has actual watermelon.
I can smell it already. Oh, that does smell lovely.
Yeah, it smells really good. It smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, this will be nice into like a vodka or something.
Yeah.
This would make a great cocktail.
That would make a very good cocktail. I always like how Mountain Dew pours. It's just very visually satisfying. Like here, hold it up to the camera and pour it. Like look at that. It's just so visually satisfying to watch.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Actually pretty good. It tastes exactly like a liquefied Jolly Rancher.
If this was cold, I think it would taste a lot better though. For me personally, and I'm not a big like cold drinker. Like I'll only drink water cold because I keep my Brita filter in the fridge. But I'm mainly like a warm, like room temperature soda drinker and everything else. But
yeah, but like this really does taste like a Jolly Rancher. It tastes really good though.
It does. I think this is a refreshing soda because you don't get that kickback.
Yeah, you don't get like stuff in the back of your throat.
Yeah, you don't get that carbonated kickback, like it doesn't hit your nose or anything like that. It's actually very smooth for it being a soda.
Yeah, it's actually a very good soda. It also reminds me of like the Japanese like sodas. Yeah, that's what this reminds me of.
I love Japanese soda.
It's not exact, obviously. The Japanese soda is far superior, but
we didn't get bubble tea today.
No, we didn't. But like this is really good. It tastes exactly like a watermelon Jolly Rancher in liquefied form. It would be better cold, but it doesn't like stick to the back of your throat like Coke does.
Yeah.
And there's no like kickback from the carbonation, which is nice.
Just very smooth. Like I said, this would be good with vodka, maybe some tequila.
It's definitely like a summer soda.
It is a summer soda. I don't know why they came it out in the depths of winter.
I don't know, but I'm suddenly very excited to drink this like on my porch in my swing with like a nice book. Like in the middle of summer. That would be like, I'm excited for that.
Bridget likes to live like aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
In the summer, like she likes to just chill out. She wears just very neutral colors.
This summer was like, it was my pastel goth summer. I had a lot of like pastel pinks and blues and purples that I was wearing, and a lot of frills with my combat boots in the corner, and like kind of like leather, like my leather jacket. I mean, it's not actually that hot, so it's breathable.
Bridget and I actually have very similar styles compared to like Morgan and I.
It's the same but different. We have a lot of the same clothing, but we wear them in very different ways. We
wear them in different ways, but we like the same colors. We're very neutral. We're very black, white, and gray with like a
brown,
with a hint of color in the like sometimes. Where Morgan likes to wear colors all year round. I
also like pink in the summer. Like I like a lot of pink and like the bright colors in the summer.
Yeah, you like a lot of neon, and that I was actually a big neon person in the summer.
I've kind of grown past neon, and I've grown onto more pastel colors.
I'm pastel like in the winter, like winter, spring, and then I'm bold summer, autumn, because
I go with the more bold colors in the winter, like with a lot of black and then the accent piece, like the statement piece, will be like a bright red or a bright yellow. Like, because I like the look of a bright red coat against snow.
Yeah, that's pretty. Reason. That is a pretty.
It's just what I love. I've never seen a picture of anyone taking of me in my bright red coat against snow, and I want it so badly.
The three of us, Morgan, Bridget, and I, we are like the Three Musketeers. We literally have been since high school.
Middle school. Well, your high school, my middle school.
Yeah, because like I mentioned earlier, Bridget is the class underneath us. We both hated our classes.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, you're barely a year older than me.
Barely. Like, she's born in February 95. I was born in May 94. Like,
yeah.
Pretty much the same age. We share the same age for a couple of months.
I think Morgan's older than both of us.
Yeah, Morgan is March 94.
I can't remember Jack.
You got it, Bridget.
Yeah.
We like to make fun of her too. I think we need to get your sister Katie on here one day. One day.
Well, Caitlin is an experience.
Katie is an experience, and she's my twin. Katie and I have got a lot of stories. A lot of stories.
I promise I am the older one. I am older. Just remember that. I am older.
Katie and I, we were her mom's favorite. We were called Dumb and Dumber, but she never told us who was who. But she always used to take us out. And she would leave you at home.
Well, I was always in trouble.
We'll do that like another...
I also didn't mind. I liked being home. I actually didn't mind being in trouble because everyone would come to our door and I wouldn't want to go anywhere. I would just want to be like inside. And so whenever they would come to my door, I wouldn't sound like an asshole. And I'd be like, no, I'm grounded again. And they'd be like, what'd you do this time? And I'm like, I don't know. And then just close the door.
I remember when your mom grounded me because I was supposed to cover for you and I didn't know, and I just showed up at your house for the weekend because we used to alternate weekends at each other's houses, and it was my turn to go over there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bridget was dating this asshole at the time, and...
I wasn't actually not supposed to be there, by the way. My mommy just forgot where I was. That one was not my fault. That's why I didn't tell you to cover for me, because there was nothing to cover for. And then I got home.
No, this was another time when you went to see...
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
No. There was one time when she didn't want you to go for some reason. I don't know, there was like an event or something. And I don't remember what it was. No, I remember this because I came home, it was Friday. I let myself in the door, and I go up the stairs, and she's on the couch, and she's looking at me like, she's like, why the hell are you here with your bags? I'm like, what do you mean? It's my weekend. She goes, Bridget's supposed to be at your house. I'm like, she is? I didn't know this. Yeah, and so she grounded me thinking I was lying. She comes home the next morning, and then grounds her and ungrounds me because we got to the bottom of the story, and she's just like, yeah, I forgot to mention it. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember that. Because I remember...
Katie was there too. Katie remembers.
I'm not saying you're lying. I just don't remember that.
And Mommy took my phone. Meanwhile, her mom never paid for my cell phone. I'm putting this out there. And she took my phone away from me.
Yeah. I don't remember that either. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm sure it happened.
I was confined to our bedroom. Like, I was confined in there. Like, I had to eat in there. I was only allowed to go out to the bathroom.
Yeah, the time I remember is I was in the cab home. You had gotten there, and then Mommy immediately calls me screaming, and I'm like, I'm on my way home. Like, right now. You knew exactly where I was. And I was very confused, and then I got inside, and I was immediately grounded, and I'm like, what?
This one time, there was 2 times. This one time she had to unground me because she knew I wasn't lying.
Yeah.
She found out that I wasn't lying, and you were like, yeah, I just forgot to mention it to Mariah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that time. I'm sure it happened, but I don't fucking remember. I got in trouble so much.
Every weekend she was like grounded.
I was grounded throughout.
But like meanwhile we were like, I was the only one around to be there.
Yeah.
When she was grounded.
I mean, I think that's why we snuck out so much, because I was always grounded. If I just like been a good good girl, I would have literally done anything.
Remember we tried to disattach your AC in your bedroom so we could go out?
That was better.
Because one time she did ground both of us just because of for the hell of it. We didn't really do anything. I think that's what happened. We didn't just do anything all day.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
We really didn't do anything all day. We were with her in the living room watching Family Guy all day. And I think she got to a point where she just got annoyed that we didn't do anything. So she's just like, you both are grounded. And we're like, what?
We're like, how does that help the situation?
I mean, we weren't going anywhere anyway. I think it's because we never cleaned that
Probably. I know that I got in trouble for not doing my homework and not cleaning. But to be fair to myself, that is because I had undiagnosed anxiety, depression. I had diagnosed ADD, but she never actually like took any of those symptoms into account whatsoever in raising me. So, like, all of the things I got in trouble for constantly were just the things I physically could not control. Like, I am time blind. I honestly have zero idea how long we've been talking right now. I think it's 10 minutes. Maybe. I don't know. So that would get me in a lot of trouble because I wouldn't know when things were due, when I had to do my chores, if I had even done my chores already. And then the more I thought about it, the less time felt real. So I would just sit there and then I would get in trouble for it. And I'd be like, how do I fix?
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It's nice to know you got to meet Bridget. And I'm sorry we have to cut this video short, but the battery's dying.
Yeah, it's dying.
But I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1K by May 1st. And I could just use your help just a little bit, like right there. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.